Hey there and welcome back to OnSign TV. In this video, I'll show you how to create users and user groups in your platform. So other people could be managing the platform with you. To do that, we're clicking here on the bottom left corner on your name and we're clicking here in settings. We're going here on the last option, which is users. And here we can create users or user groups. Let's first create a user. To do that, we click here in create user. We're going to give it a full name. We're selecting email here, whatever password you want. We could also enforce password change on next login. We can select the account type. So if the person is an administrator, they would be having access to pretty much everything, except for the things we don't check here on the boxes like change plans and payment or create and modify restricted users. If we select, obviously they're going to be having access. The other type of account that we have is restricted user. So in order to a restricted user manage anything in the platform, they need to be allowed to do stuff. So you have to click here on the check boxes to allow them to do stuff. So they are now allowed to add players, create player groups, and view a dashboard. You could be also selecting other stuff here. So if we don't select anything, they're not going to be having access to pretty much anything, right? So I can click here in save changes. Well, my email Bruno here is already in use. Let's just call Bruno OnSign. And I have to type the password again and click in save changes. So now the user Bruno is created. I could be managing this user whenever I want. I can click here in content permission and manage the permissions of that user specifically. So I can add a content so the person can have access. So this playlist, let's say that I want to give him access. I can also choose what the person will be able to do with that content. So use, inspect, modify, delete, or approve changes. We could be doing the same thing for players. So on player permissions, we click here and we click in add players, and we can select the player and also choose what the person will be able to do with that player. We could give him player group permissions as well. Works pretty much the same way as it worked with players. And also give the person access to integration accounts. The same thing for geographic region permissions. Well, clicking here in users, we can see the list of all the users we have. We can create as many users as we want. And we could be also creating groups of users. So I can click here in create user group. Let's call it office. Now we have the group created. It is empty. We can click in this little pen to change this group of users. And again, we have the same list of checkboxes to allow this group to do something. And we can include people in this group. We can be including Bruno here, for example. And when Bruno is added to this user groups, he will be having access to all the permissions that this group has. So this is an easy and fast way to grant permission to people by creating those groups. And here on the left, it works pretty much the same way as it works when creating a user. So this feature is very useful when you have multiple people managing the platform and you want to grant them access and permissions to specific stuff on the platform and be more secured about your network. So this was another video of OnSign TV Academy. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one.